Hello, this is Manpreet from Learn English Quick with Manpreet. This video is for the intermediate to advanced English learners who want to improve their skills in the English conversation. I am going to share with you some exact phrases and expressions that you need to do in English conversation, like when you want to interrupt someone, or you want to change the topic, maybe you want to end the conversation, and lots of others as well. In fact, I am sharing with you some of the useful phrases in the English conversation, all useful expressions that you need to improve your speaking skills and to help you maintain the conversations for longer. So, are you ready? Let's get into it. So what we will be learning in today's class is why is it important, asking for other people's opinion, when you want to interrupt, when you have gone off topic, when you think you have understood but you need to double check, when you agree, when you somewhat agree, and when you completely disagree. So let's start. Okay, so now a lot can happen during the conversations, and topic is the one of the important part. Talking about the topic is an important part, but to speak fluently and to speak with ease, you need a wide range of conversation tools, obviously, because there are lots of other shifts and changes that happen during a conversation, depending on who you are talking to, what's going around you, or whether you are interested or not. Right now, we are going to focus on the tools you need to move around in the conversations easily and naturally. Alright, and if you make it to the very end of this video, I'm gonna share with you some of the advanced expressions to help you talk about the controversial topics, to help you express your ideas when you know everyone is gonna not agree with you, right? And you want to prepare them for that. In a nutshell, why is it important? Because there are some conversation tools that you really need, so you can hold on tight to the conversations, and even if you know that there are some of the points, there are some of the things that the other person may differ on, and you know that, and you want them to agree on that part. For that, you need some tools, some phrases, some expressions, so you can easily convince and you can be a part of the longer conversations. So moving on, the next part is asking for other people's opinion. As I said, asking for other people's opinion, it is as simple as that. As I said in my previous videos, you need not to feel offended. You are a beginner, you don't know. That's okay. At least you are trying. So coming to the point, asking for other people's opinion. Conversations are two ways, right? And that's what makes a conversation. So as you give your opinion or you share something, it is always nice to ask for other people's opinion as well, right? And this is really important strategy to extend your conversation, asking for other people's opinion. So basically, what do you say when you are asking for other people's opinion? Well, quite simple. You could ask, do you agree? Very basic. Do you agree? It's quite close to that question. So what about if you open up that question to get a more interesting answer? What do you think about it? What's your opinion? How do you feel about it? And if you want to make it little more polite. You might say, I would like to hear your thoughts on that. Or I'm interested to hear your opinions on that. And more formally, maybe if you are at a meeting, at work, you might ask, would you like to add anything? And this is just, a nice sort of polite way of inviting other people into the conversation to share their opinion. So it was all about asking for other people's opinion, how you can exactly use the phrases and the expressions to ask the other person's opinion in a very polite way or in a formal way if you are at work. So moving on to the next part, that is when you want to interrupt. So what about what to say when you want to interrupt? When someone else is talking and you want to interrupt them, well, there are definitely rude ways to do it, but of course there are many polite ways to do it as well. Sometimes you have to interrupt in the conversation. So of course you can say, sorry, excuse me. Excuse me is a little more polite. And then you can actually lead straight on to what you want to say. Or if you have any different idea or if you have a different opinion, you can actually go straight on that. Example, sorry, I thought our meeting was on Wednesday, not on Tuesday. It's just a little brief interjection to help you share a different opinion or a different thought. Now you can informally interrupt someone to add your opinion or to add an idea to the conversation by saying, do you mind if I add to that? Or can I jump in here? And this literally means I jump into the conversation right now at this point. I have got something to share. I want to say it. Now, there are some more polite ways to express this as well. You might say, sorry to interrupt, but I've got something to say. Or, sorry for interruption, but. Now, there's not a lot difference between the two sentences. I would say, sorry to interrupt is probably used when you are speaking directly to the person you are interrupting. And then maybe you are stepping in a room full of people talking, a meeting room or something like that. Then you might say, sorry for interrupting, I needed to share something with you. Now to go even more formal with that. Perhaps if you are working in a hotel and you need to interrupt a customer, you might say, sorry, may I interrupt you for a moment? May I interrupt you for a moment? I would like to share something with you. So that was all about when you want to interrupt someone. Now, the next is when you have gone off topic. So what to say when you have gone off topic and you are not finding the words, you're not able to think what you need to say to remain in the conversations, or you are losing out in a conversation and you may not be a part of the conversation for long. And going off topic means you have started talking about something else. For examples, apples. But while you are talking something different. Maybe I just say you have gone off the track. Maybe you got distracted, or maybe you got super excited. Oh, I got the start. I need to share it on immediately. What? Wait. And you went off telling a different story at a different level. Or it's not that only you have gone off topic. Maybe the other person has gone off off topic and they are talking about something else that is completely irrelevant to the topic that you were talking earlier. And you are thinking, how on earth did we end up talking about potatoes? What? Sorry. So you have to get your conversation on the track, right? And it really is a simple shift in the conversation. So anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, I was talking about the apples and not the potatoes. So it is completely natural when you are having a conversation and you go off topic. You need not to worry about. Only you have to use the correct phrases with the correct expressions to get back to the right track. So moving on to the next part, that is, you think you understood, but you need to double check. These are really important expressions to learn to help you as you are listening so that you can feel more confident about the answers. When you are answering someone else's question, and this is just a little check to make sure that you have understood what exactly they are trying to say and to answer it accurately. So, if you didn't quite hear it perfectly, you could say, so what you are saying or asking is, and then repeat back what you have heard to confirm. Or we can say, so what you want to know is, and then repeat back. So what you want to know is, and then repeat back. Or do you mean, and then paraphrase what you heard. So paraphrase means a restatement of a text in different words, often to clarify meaning. Or you could say, in other words, you are saying, and then repeat back. Summarize what you heard, and this is a very natural part of the conversation. Native speakers are not gonna care if you ask them what they were saying or if you want to confirm them what you said, because it just makes much easier to understand the conversation, right? If you are working in a customer service or maybe at a hotel or at a restaurant or something like that, means more formal, then using the verb confirm is a little more formal. You might say, I would like to confirm what you said. Or, excuse me, can I just confirm what you said? So we learned some of the phrases in the conversation itself when you have understood the thing, but you need to double check. So comes the next part, which is when you agree. Naturally, we agree and we disagree with people all of the time, right? There are so many ways, different ways to do so in English. Agreeing is pretty simple, right? And you can just say, yes, absolutely. Just say that you agree. I completely agree with you. And we have this something really fantastic expression, which is, I couldn't agree more. I really strongly agree with you. When you are agreeing completely. And then there come some instances, the moments when you somewhat disagree. That is, you do not agree with them completely, 100%. So how or what to say in that situation when you somewhat disagree? So all of the examples are some of the ways to say that you agree somewhat, or you accept some of the ideas that the other person has shared with you, but you do not agree with them completely. Okay, so you might say, I see what you mean, but then express a different opinion. I understand your point of view, but I can see where you're coming from, but I agree with you up to a point. However, I have got a different opinion. And then comes what to say when you disagree completely. That means you and the other person has completely different opinions, different ideas, and you are both are not agreeing anywhere. So what to say in that situation? We got some phrases on that too. There are times when you disagree in a conversation. So you say, I don't feel the same way. Actually, I don't quite agree, or I disagree. I'm afraid, but I don't agree with you on that or about that. Now, this is quite an interesting English expression. I'm afraid. We use it when we are trying to make a statement. More polite, not just to say that we are worried or we are scared. I'm afraid I can't help. I'm afraid we have run out of the sausage. So it's just a way of making these statements a little bit more polite, and you can do the same thing with words like respectfully. Respectfully, I have to disagree. And then if you feel like conversation isn't going somewhere, maybe there's a bit of tension, people are getting frustrated or annoyed, or you want to change the topic, well, we'll have to agree to disagree then. It's a way to end the discussion, especially when it's getting a little heated, and change the topic a little. Now, in English, of course, you can be quite rude with your body language when you are disagreeing with someone. So you have to take a note of your body language, how it is doing and how you are reacting. So you have to take a note of that. For that, avoid shaking your head or rolling your eyes or sighing. Just avoid that. Avoid using too much of your hands, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't show the other person that you are really annoyed or you are frustrated. You have to keep it within you. So coming to the last point, what about the controversial topic? What to say when you are talking about a controversial topic? Now, this is more advanced conversation skills, because maybe you want to talk about the politics, religion, social issues. I quite enjoy learning about these topics and having discussions about these things, but I know my views will never be the same as everyone else, but that's okay. Everyone carries a different opinion, a different thinking. They have a different thinking, and it's all right. But that doesn't mean you need to avoid a conversation. You just need few tips and trick tools to help you keep the conversation open and positive. So when you are introducing an idea that you feel like not everyone's going to agree with that, then you could say, I know not everyone agrees with me, but this is what I think. Or I know this is a contentious issue, and then go in to explain. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I believe, and then go ahead. I don't see eye to eye with everyone on this matter, but I think it's really important to discuss about it. While you may not agree to my views, I would love to hear your thoughts, or I am definitely interested in hearing yours. Or you could say, I am not intending to ruffle anyone's feather. And lastly, what to say when you want to end the conversation. You could simply use the expression, it was nice talking to you, see you around. Or, anyways, I would better get back to work. It's been great chatting with you. Or, I'm so glad I ran into you. It's been great catching up. I'll see you soon. So we are done with the phrases for the English conversation, and I do believe they were quite easy in the way we prepared them or we learnt them. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment and share the video. Press the bell icon for notifications. Stay updated. Till the next video, take good care of yourself and learn English quick with Bunpreet. Goodbye.